bring up one of my favorite people in comedy. Give it up for Ms. Abby Washuta.
Hi. You guys are polite. How are you doing? Good. All right, that's good. Some of you got it. The correct answer at a comedy show is always woo. Doesn't matter what we ask you. How are you doing? Woo! Right, okay, all right, you'll get there. You need a couple more drinks, but I feel like we're learning, we're working together. All right, guys, thanks for coming out to support live comedy. What can I tell you? Give it up for your host, you guys. He's been delightful for ready today. That's all comedy really is, right? We're just like, give it up for this guy, give it up for that guy, give it up for me. And we're just all patting each other on the back here. Don't panic, right? I realize I look a little bit less like a comic and a little more like a washed up former sorority sister, right? Who just keeps coming to the meetings. Yeah, everybody knows her, right? Graduated in 2004, but I'm just like really excited to see what Tri Delta's gonna do for fundraising this year. I hope it's cookies, you guys. I fucking seriously hope it's cookies. I do. I can see the fear in certain men's eyes when I get on the stage, you know? They're like, oh, fuck. She's not just gonna fucking talk about her period the whole time, is she? Not the full 10 minutes. Buckle in. What can I tell you? I'm going through a divorce, you guys. I'm getting out of a 15-year relationship. Woo! Woo! See? One person remembering. There you go. Thank you. That will help me when I'm on the floor in tears later. That's terrible. If you ask my ex, he would tell you that the reason we ended it is because I have an ego problem. But that's not what my fans are telling me. You know what I mean? Not one tweet about it. It's like, I fucking think I would have heard. Right. No, to be fair, after all that time together, I realized we just fundamentally disagreed about important stuff, right? It turned out he wanted 5 or maybe even 6 children, right? And I wanted like maybe 1 orgasm. Just ever. So we could not come to an agreement about it, and I had to get out of there. I feel like that's mostly a joke that the ladies appreciate. And then whenever I'm at a show and there's like dudes with a lady, the guy kind of leans over like, I'm giving you orgasms though, aren't I? Yeah, right, you definitely are. You definitely are. They're super easy to give. Like an orgasm fairy. Dating in the city now, so I'm getting a lot of dick pics. Yeah, that's how dudes introduce themselves in Manhattan. I don't know if they're doing this in Queens. Is this happening here too? Are you guys sending your dicks to people? Don't send your dick to people. I don't have a joke for this. It's just the PSA portion of the stand-up. No, I do. It's really, I mean, the thing is, I take that back. If you are a man and you're in a gay relationship, then send your dick all over the place, right? Because men are very visual and they appreciate that sort of thing. But the situation, right, ladies, we're just not visual people. That's the real issue. It's like, 'cause the fact is, even if I love you, and I love what your dick is doing for me in real life, I don't want a fucking photograph of it. Right? Can you ever imagine a moment where you would like go back through your phone to like look for your favorite one? Sweetie, thank you. I love this one. I look at it every time I miss you. Doesn't happen. There was a guy at the last show, he was from the UK, and he said they also send dick pics there, but they don't call them dick pics, they call them penis photographs. Which sounds so much better, right? Like, I don't want a dick pic, but you could see, like, maybe shopping for a fancy penis photograph for your salon, right? Kind of nice. Everything's better in British. What about South Africa? Do you call them something fun? I'm putting the pressure on this poor lady who's like, I've never seen a penis photograph in my life. That was a terrible South African accent.
We call it tok-toki.
What do you call it?
Tok-toki.
Tok-toki?
Yeah.
That's even better than penis photograph. That's amazing. Oh my God. What if we started like a revolution and we just all started calling them tok-toki and then never address with anybody like where it came from? Just be like, oh, you got a tok-toki? And your friends are like, what the fucking, no, I didn't get, it's a dick pic. You're like, yeah, it's a tok-toki. That's what people call them. And then in this room, we could bring it to people. Like, let's see. Hashtag tok-toki later. Let's see if we can make it happen. And bring South Africa's language to the States. I do 2 stupid things when I get the tok-toki now. The first is for me, and it's stupid. I changed the I changed the photo, or like the contact photo in my phone to a picture of the dick, which is dumb. But it's a fun way for me to remember that you are a dick and that I'm never calling you again. And then it has the added bonus that I now have this like yearbook of dicks in my contacts list. It's like, I wonder which one of these guys is going to be voted most likely to succeed this year. None of you, because you sent me a dick pic. The other fun thing I do, so someone sends me a dick pic, and then I send him back a picture of another, bigger dick. Another one for the ladies. I have a doozy in my phone. If you want to see me after the show, I will share it with you. It's like a burrito. It's crazy. Most guys get that this is my way of saying, like, don't fucking call me again. But one guy thought it was my dick. He was super into it, which was fine. But I was like, first of all, why would my dick be black? It would definitely be that big, but it wouldn't be black. Don't be silly. That's cool. Yeah, divorce is weird. You tell people that you're divorced and everybody wants to know why. Those people are single. You guys, because married people don't ask you that question. Is anyone married here? Yeah, some married people? You guys know why I got divorced, right? Yeah. You understand, because I was married, okay? It's hard. When you tell married people that you're divorced, they just go, it's like being, we were at war together at some point. They're like, yeah, we get you. We've been there. We thought about it. I understand. We're plodding along. It's difficult. Weird stuff like you have to do now that like our parents' generation maybe didn't have to do when they got divorced. Like you still have to split the assets up, the house, the bank account, the whole thing. But like now there's weird stuff to separate. Like what do we do about the shared Netflix account? Right? That's serious, right? You guys have been together 3 years? You said? That's like how many hours of like shared Netflix experience is that, right? Netflix understands that algorithm. This is something you might like to watch. Yeah. And that's a real victory, right? When Netflix makes a recommendation, you watch it, you like it, you're like, thank you, Netflix, you fucking get me. You get me. I have this new account now. This thing doesn't fucking know me. Okay? It doesn't know me. I had one bad night. I made one bad decision. Now it won't stop fucking recommending that I watch the Gilmore Girls. Shut your mouth, Netflix. Do you know how many hours of like foreign language documentaries I had to sit through to get my user history up to the point where I was proud to display it on a big screen TV at the Orange is the New Black season premiere party? A lot. Okay. We can't do that with my new account. No. Hey Abby, can we use your account to watch the House of Cards finale? No, you may not. Why? Because I can't be in a situation where a room full of people whom I respect find out that based on my viewing history, Netflix thinks I might also enjoy A Dolphin's Tale. I'm just not prepared to handle that kind of judgment. And then there's, I could keep the old account, right? But that's got its own series of pitfalls, right? Like every time I log in, Netflix has to remind me that I'm alone now. It's like, oh, who's watching? Is it Abby or Joe? Okay, well, Joe's not here right now, Netflix. I'm fucking bringing it up. And then I'm crazy, I'm a girl, right? Ladies, imagine, you get to this point, you're at the menu, what do? You toggle to his account, you see what he's been watching and figure out what kind of information you can glean from it, right? Obviously. So he's been watching, turns out, Pride and Prejudice, okay? So obviously getting laid. That's the Keira Knightley version, so that whore's got good taste in movies. And then I'm totally crazy. I'm like, what if he's doing the same thing with my account? So then I get back on my account and I'm watching like WrestleMania documentaries and Die Hard 3 and shit. Everybody's fucking. How about that? All getting laid. You know those dudes on Broadway who try to like forcibly hand you CDs when you're shopping? Right? Every like third guy's trying to drop his mixtape into your lap. It's like the third guy yesterday, and I was like, bro, I'm fine, I'm all set. And he's like, yo, why can't you support artists? I was like, you know what? I do support artists, okay? The problem is that I just own a device that can support this dated fucking format you just handed me. Where am I gonna play this CD? In my fucking time machine? Thank you. I'm like trying to plug it into my iPhone, holding it up to my ear like a seashell. Is that the sound of the ocean right now? That is the sound of you needing a new marketing strategy. Essentially just handed me a tiny silver paperweight. He's like, yo, Ma, what'd you think of that new CD I just dropped on you? It's very shiny. That's all I can tell about it. What else? I just got recovered from a broken foot. I broke my foot and I was walking around on a cast and crutches for a while in the city. My main takeaway from this experience is something I think we already all knew, which is that everybody in New York City is a fucking asshole. Right? Walk around on crutches in the subway and you realize. I had this one moment, it's like raining, I'm wearing like a Red Sox hat, I got my crutches, and it's like a crowded subway, and this guy sits down and he's like, I'd give you my seat if you weren't wearing that stupid fucking hat. And I laughed because I thought he was kidding, and then he did not get up. But I like the idea of this sort of guy who imagines himself like a gentleman, but not no fucking chump, you know what I mean? Support your team, wrong city. Guys, my name is Washuta, you've been delightful, please enjoy the rest of the show.
Washuta, everybody. Oh